Hi.
Oh God, no, do that again. Do that again.
What did I do?
Nobody needs to start their day like that.
I think it's perfectly fine the way it was.
Okay, fine, whatever. Keep going.
Better than the way the people in this movie started their day. Because holy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So next up, we're talking about Saw, which does not involve as many chainsaws as you'd think, but
I mean, there's a lot of non-chainsaw saws out there.
yeah, there are.
Most, in fact.
Yeah, saying there's
So
only
yeah,
like
it's
one. There's only like two saws in the movie, and they're not that integral to the plot.
yeah, one gets broken pretty much right away.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah, no, but man,
talk about
it's about time you see Saw.
yeah, I see what you did there.
I didn't do anything. What?
Seesaw.
I was. God damn it! You were supposed to play along.
I wasn't gonna.
No, I can't with your bits.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck your bits. But anywho, so, but yeah, Saw. I had never gotten around to watching this movie. The only one I had ever seen was 5, and I had no idea what the hell was going
It
on.
makes no sense. Why? I don't even. Why? Okay, first off, why did you watch 5?
The girl I was dating at the time dragged me to go see it.
And,
I was like
and like,
16.
so she was a fan of the series, right?
Yes.
Then, okay, so she knows what kind of series this is, and she brings you to see the 5th movie, knowing you haven't seen the other 4.
Yeah, the whole time I was there, I was scratching my head like, what is going on?
This is not the kind of series where you can jump in halfway through. You will have no idea what's going on.
None. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't know why she would. That doesn't make any sense.
But the first movie, to its credit, is pretty simple, all things considered.
Well, yeah, no, it's crazy simple, especially considering some of the retcons they put in later that it shouldn't have been.
And it's also not as, from what I know, as torture porny as the rest of the show goes, or rest of the series
Well,
goes.
this one only had a $1 million budget, so they didn't have much to work with in way
Yeah,
of
this
like.
one's not overly violent. I mean,
No,
there's violence, but
most of it you don't actually see happening.
I think the worst is when you see the Tap get his neck cut.
But he survives. It's that. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's
I mean, there's still blood and F bombs and stuff, so it's still an R-rated movie, but it's not like you're watching a dude get stuck between two walls, flattened.
yeah. No, this one's very, very tame compared to other things and other ones in the series. Because after this, they obviously had more money to work with.
Mm-hmm. So the main plot of this movie is a dude named Larry Gordon and another dude named Adam, whose last name I don't remember, are trapped in a bathroom together. They have no idea why they're there. They have no shoes on. They have no keys to this chain, so they think. And they're just like, okay, how do we get out of here? But this is one of those movies that is not told in a linear format. So you get pieces of the story sprinkled out to you as the movie goes on.
Oh, yeah, and that non-linear format carries on through the entire series, like within the entire series. So the jumping around isn't just within the time frame of the movie you're watching; it's the whole thing. And sometimes before the series started. It's like I said, they interweave a lot.
Mm-hmm. You did tell me that. Also, when these two woke up, there's a corpse on the floor, just there. They don't know who it is. They don't know why it's there, but there's a corpse there.
Great way to start your day.
And Gordon surmises pretty quickly that they were captured by the guy known as the Jigsaw Killer because he was a suspect at one point. But, you know, I don't know who these two actors are.
Okay, well, Lee Winnell, the guy who plays Adam, that makes sense. You wouldn't know him, but you don't know Carrie Elways.
No, what would I have known him from?
Dude, that's Wesley, the Dread Pirate Roberts, or Robin Hood, also.
Oh, is that him?
Yes.
Oh, he looks so much older.
Man in tights.
Shit.
He is older.
I didn't recognize him. Damn.
But yeah. No, I know him more as Wesley than Robin Hood. But
I recognize the guy who played David Tapp, but I could not remember his name.
yeah, that's
It's Predator
Roger,
2.
I'm too old for this shit, Murtaugh.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember the actor's name. I know who he is, but I was drawing a blank on his name.
Sorry, it's Danny Glover.
Thank you. Tobin Bell, I know obviously because of this.
It's technically the least famous of those three people, but because he's just from, I mean, he's been in some other things now, but just this series for the most part.
But because he's blown up to become such a horror movie icon, I know who he is.
Yep. If you had known who he was when this movie came out, I don't think it would have played as well because you're not supposed to know who he is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But like this whole movie, like you're getting fed clues about what this Jigsaw Killer guy is. Because technically speaking,
don't say it.
On a okay, go ahead.
No. Go. I mean, I know where you're going with that, but it's such BS.
He's never killed anyone. Fuck you.
Let me put you in a death trap and leave you there and see how it plays out in court.
No, you killed them. I don't care what you say. They wouldn't be dead if it weren't for you.
No, but they're basically just BSing. Like he doesn't kill anybody with his own hand.
But you made all these traps, dude. Like you clearly intended for them to die.
Oh no, you're gonna hate it because in I think it's the next one. He says something along the lines of that he hates killers or something like that.
Oh boy, stick around for this time next year for our review of Saw 2, everybody. But
yeah, we'll be through this in a decade.
It's about how long the series took.
No, actually, well, longer because it was actually an annual release up through 7.
Yeah, then just stopped,
and then
came back
Jigsaw
all of a sudden.
Yeah, Jigsaw came a few years later. There is nothing between Jigsaw and Saw X, so I don't know why there's no 9th movie.
I see what you did there.
I didn't do anything.
It. But anyway,
and then Saw X was a return to form.
The main I struggle to call Larry the main character, but he basically is.
He kind of is.
His wife and daughter are in danger, and you find that out as the movie goes on because they're given little subtle clues that they're when Adam searches through a toilet full of shit.
Yeah, that part. Oh, it's funny. So they did a Saw walkthrough thing at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, and when you get to that room, which they recreated, yeah, it smells like actual shit in there.
Oh, good.
Which, I mean, they do comment on that at the beginning of the movie. What's that smell? That's that smell. Just like, yeah, just leave that there. Sorry, I just thought about it. Do you think that was Jigsaw's shit?
Oh, it had to be.
Because, I mean, why was that there?
Because he was fucking with them.
Oh, my God. He just takes a shit before laying down on the floor. He's
just an asshole.
Oh, okay. No, okay, continuing. Sorry, that I just thought about that.
That's actually really funny. So they're giving little clues here and there, like there's a heart, there's an X on the wall if you turn out the lights. There's a picture in Gordon's wallet that has another clue, and
yeah, this is just like a slow burn mystery. Put the pieces together, figure it out, kind of like a puzzle game of a movie.
This, compared to what I've heard the series becomes, wasn't so hard to watch.
Like we said, a lot of the gore is either like you're seeing the aftermath, or it really doesn't show it. Like, he cuts his foot off, and you don't actually see that happen.
No, you see it. You can see him start to cut it, but you don't see it come off. Like there's a dude who gets his head blown apart by shotguns. You just see the blood. You don't see his head explode.
You see blood spatter, and then you see like some of the aftermath with his head exploded. But yeah, you don't actually see it happening, which I feel like that's probably a budgetary thing because later on, they would definitely show it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they don't hide away from things later on, as far as I know.
No, I remember the third one. Yeah, there's a scene where people were walking out and throwing up in the theater. I hope that one's exaggerating because it's like, why would you go see that movie if you're that kind of person that would throw up seeing something like that?
Oh boy.
But yeah, it makes sense that you wouldn't know Lee Wanell, again, the guy who plays Adam, because this is I think his first acting credit. He wrote the short that this was based on, and this. I think he also wrote the first three, and then he stayed on as producer for the entire series.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why he's in it.
That kind of shocks me then about how the way the movie ends. If he wrote it, huh?
Yep. If you want to see there, you'll see a very familiar scene if you check out the short film that came out the year before this.
Okay, gotcha.
It's very short. So
I did like the part, well, where the daughter or the wife rather finally has enough of the bullshit
yep.
and just is like nope and just fights back, and I was like, you know what? Good for you, lady.
Yes, but unfortunately, it kind of makes Gordon snap because he's on the other end of the phone line and he hears it happening.
The gunshot.
Yep, doesn't sound good, and he completely snaps. Oh, I gotta say though, Zepp is probably the person who deserved to be in the game more than anybody else because he seemed to be enjoying it.
Yeah,
like he was having fun.
Yeah, and there's
like
even a plot twist. There's even a plot twist with him, which I'll circle back to.
Yep.
Because the movie kind of makes you think he's the Jigsaw killer.
Which, I remember that being, it was supposed to be a twist, but in retrospect, it doesn't really make sense because you hear Jigsaw talk earlier in the movie, and it's clearly not Zepp.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they could have done the whole Scream thing, like, surprise, Sydney, where it's a voice filter.
I mean, they kind of do, but this was just Jigsaw himself. Like, just he thought he was alone, essentially.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense. Yeah. So that was a weird twist in retrospect.
Mm-hmm. But I also don't buy that Jigsaw got shot in the back by a shotgun and just got back up.
Is it? I don't know what happened with that. Maybe it's just because it was a shotgun from pretty far away.
It should still have fucking hurt.
Maybe it did. That's the thing. They didn't really follow up on that.
Did they have a bulletproof vest on? Like
maybe the the cloak he was wearing is lined with lead or something. I don't know.
No, even if it was from far away, a bullet to the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what happened with that. They do not follow up on it.
You're still just not, especially when you find out more about the Jigsaw killer. Like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
You mean that he's sick?
Yeah, that. Yeah, that he's sick. Fuck you. Oh man, when Gordon finally snaps and chops off his foot, though, I was like, ew.
Again, even though it doesn't, that I remember when it came up, people were reacting to that moment, but it's like, but it doesn't show anything.
It was kind of funny to me. Like you see his leg, like his pant leg over his foot, and you could still see, the outline of his foot under.
Yeah. Again, they could $1 million budget. They did a lot with. That's a small budget for a movie like this with some known actors.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I get it, budget, but I could still see your foot, buddy.
But but that right when he's going crazy. First off, he did a great job with that freak out. But it's so funny because he has the wherewithal to take off his shirt and use it as a tourniquet, but does not think to use his shirt to grab the phone.
Fuck.
Because that's what makes him snap, is the phone's just out of reach, it's ringing, and I think it is his wife calling on the other end. So if he had just gotten to the phone, he might not have cut off his foot. But just use your shirt, man.
People in horror movies have to be kind of stupid.
But he still had the sense to use it as a tourniquet. He takes the shirt off.
And you're a doctor, bro. You should be smarter than this.
Yeah, it was... He went straight to doctor mode rather than grab the thing.
Also, he was that would be. Having an affair. I guess we should bring that up.
I don't see. It seems like he was about to, and then changed his mind.
Or had he been doing it for a little bit?
That's what I'm a little unsure of. But the way it plays out, I've seen this movie a number of times. It seems like, and I might be wrong here, he already knew this girl. talked about meeting up with her,
Well, because
and
he
then
knew her from the hospital. I think she was
yeah,
one of
no,
the.
I know, but I'm saying like it seems like they had talked about this, but nothing had actually happened yet. That was the moment at which something would have started happening, and he changed his mind.
It's either that or they were seeing each other for a little bit, and he felt guilty.
That is very possible, but the way it plays out, I think he hadn't done it just yet.
Who knows? And then Adam's whole thing is, well, I just take pictures of people.
Yeah. Oh god. The fact that Jigsaw put Adam in there for being a voyeur. Oh, the hypocrisy.
Yeah. And then Tap, after his partner died, he becomes obsessed with the Jigsaw killer thing and really thinks that Gordon is the Jigsaw killer.
Yeah. All from a pen.
And also, you know what? You brought this up to me before I saw this movie. So, if you guys don't know, there is a Saw video game, which is like a midquel between 1 and 2, where you play as David Tap, but fucking how?
Yeah, no, so that's if you just watch the movie, he dies in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you take the games as canon, no, he doesn't. Although, I mean, I've played the games and I don't see how they are. I don't see how they could be. There's too many people.
They very well might not be.
Yeah, and then there's some recurring characters that just it doesn't quite line up.
I
But
haven't played the game. I know it exists.
the events are somewhat irrelevant to the movies, so whether they're canon or not doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I just don't see how they could be because the scale of them is too large compared to what's in the movies.
Let me ask you this: as someone who's seen the X-Men and Transformers movies, how convoluted does Saw get? Is the continuity good or is the continuity bad?
It's for the most part pretty consistent because,
Okay.
like I said, they weave together. So there's a couple of retcons here and there, but nothing that's like 8 years later breaking the universe sort of situation.
Okay.
But yeah, because I don't remember ever being super pissed off by like why would you make that change?
How does Super Saiyan 4 fit into the timeline?
It doesn't. It does not. But no, I don't remember anything like that quite happening. I'm sure there's something that I've overlooked, but for the most part, it
If
ties
you
together
ask a
pretty well.
super fan who has like all the movies on background all the fucking time, they probably are like, "Well, you know, this guy's body was in a different position than when they
Yeah,
found his corpse." So, man,
there's always something, but nothing. Like I said, nothing super like upsettingly major like that.
and like, did Tap when he saved Gordon's wife and kid? Did he finally realize, yo, he's not the killer at that point, or
I'm thinking, yeah,
okay?
but again, doesn't matter.
Also, Tap was the one who paid Adam to take pictures of Gordon because he was just that obsessed with this thing.
Yeah, so that was just nothing to do with Jigsaw at all.
Completely unrelated. Yep.
I mean, except that he thought he was the killer, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big part we didn't talk about was the one girl who survived
Amanda.
a Jigsaw death trap. Yep. Oh boy, this girl. If I didn't know any better, don't tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
She's gonna be around for a while.
She comes back in the next one, I can tell you that.
Ah, very good.
That's right at the beginning, so that's
Okay. Gotcha.
But, the fact that she was able to cut a guy open, get the key while her hands are covered in blood, and free herself from the reverse bear trap all in 30 seconds.
All of being on drugs, mind you.
Because she has 60 seconds from the beginning of standing up, but she wastes 30 seconds just freaking out and thinking about like, oh, am I going to do this? But then she actually does the process that she's supposed to do in 30 sequence. Like, how did you do that?
Oh, that was another thing they don't show.
They're cutting, open, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. They really don't show anything in this first one.
Yeah, which makes it a lot easier to stomach for those of you who are not into torture porn things, like Hostel and stuff like that.
Oh God, Hostel.
Hostel's a rough watch.
Yeah.
So by the end of the movie, like we said, Gordon has just had enough, right? And he cuts his foot off, shoots Adam, but Adam doesn't die immediately. Zepp does come in to kill Gordon, and then Adam beats him to death like Negan.
Don't bring that scene up.
It was in the comics too.
I know, and it was better in the comics.
But anyway, and then Gordon's like, "I'll get some help, or I'm gonna bleed out soon." And he crawls away, and Adam's like, "Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Don't leave me!" Then the corpse gets up. That was in the middle of the floor the whole time, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like, low key, one of the best plot twists I've ever seen in a horror movie.
It's pretty cool because like you don't see that coming, and it's a good shot too.
So the Jigsaw killer has been in the room the entire time.
And they do say throughout the movie that he does like to watch. So,
So he
but
gets
that's
up.
another level.
He takes his makeup off and he's like, "The key to that lock was in the bathtub." And there was a shot at the beginning of the movie where the key fell down the drain.
Yeah, I have a problem with this one. There's just no chance he was ever going to find that key. And then I can never figure this one out. They do bring the key thing up in a later movie, but it still doesn't explain what was supposed to be the point of the key. Because if the key was in the tub, then he was just able to free himself the whole time. But
where was Gordon's key?
I can't figure out the logic behind the key being in the tub. Because later on, I'll just say it's somewhat implied that wasn't supposed to happen, where the key goes down the drain. But if that wasn't supposed to happen, then what was supposed to happen? I have a problem with that key thing, and I can't figure it out.
My guess is that I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like that's something that they wrote into the script and then didn't think through. Like, oh, this might not work, but they couldn't do anything about it. This is the thing. So like, they can't really retcon that. So they mention it later, saying that wasn't supposed to happen, but they don't just like say, "Hey, yeah, no," and then change. Like, this is what I'm saying. They don't. This is why they don't break the series, is because they don't change things like that they can't fix. They're just like, "Well, that happened."
And then Jigsaw, who you find out was the cancer patient on the in Gordon's room earlier in the movie, Jonathan. I don't think they say his last name yet, but
no, it's I don't. Do they? I'm pretty sure they do, or paperwork does. It's John Kramer, but I don't. I feel like it said it somewhere in there.
Yeah, but he gets up and he's like, "Game over," or something along those lines, and closes the door, locking Adam in there, and that's how it ends, with him screaming into the darkness. And I was like,
I actually need to go back. Was his face turned away from Larry?
Yes, he was like hiding under his arm.
Because I'm like, I couldn't remember which way he was facing. I got to go back and look.
Laying down, his face was like under his arm, and had the gun in the other hand.
Because I'm like, I feel like he might have recognized him.
But that was admittedly a really good shot, a really good plot twist.
Yeah, it's a cool moment, and I think it's that moment that really got the series going.
Yeah, and here we are now.
Because there is some degree of a twist in every decent movie.
Yeah,
the one that doesn't exist also has a twist, and it's awful.
How does it have a twist if it doesn't exist?
It's just, I'm so mad about that movie still.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't know where the series is at now after X. I think X was received well, but there's not really.
It's the highest reviewed movie of the entire franchise.
It was, again, because it was kind of a return to form. It didn't go crazy with everything, but there was also a decent story, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. There's a few small details in here throughout the movie that I was just like, huh. So, Larry and Adam have clearly never played catch before.
They have not.
Because they don't catch a single thing throughout the movie except the tape recorder, which he catches perfectly.
Yeah, but then they...
Every single other thing they throw either falls short or goes straight past them. Like, they always pick up the thing that's thrown off the floor.
Yeah, they suck.
I was like, except the one thing that could have broken. They catch perfectly.
Let's make sure not to break that thing, guys.
He's just like... Right after Adam had said, I don't want to risk breaking it. And of course, that's the thing that they catch. That's just like, man, have you guys seriously never, ever thrown or caught anything?
It's like they threw that line in to justify Gordon catching it.
Yes, but like, so catch the other things too.
But nope, he can't.
Also, the guy with the candle and safe who's covered in the flammable, like that was such an unfair game. Whatever,
That
because
whole thing was
did you
messed up.
s- did you see how many numbers there were on that wall? Those walls?
Yeah, and all the
There's no
glass that was on the
way.
floor on top of that, like,
There's no way out of that. He was like, that's you want to say like, what's murder? That's murder. There's
mhm.
no way to survive that
Or the one
whatsoever.
guy who was what was that? All barbed wire he was trapped in.
I'm a bit confused as to why they're. How was he supposed to get out of that?
He wasn't.
Like, is there a way out?
I think what the implication I got was all of his traps have a way out, but you know, people just suck.
Adam is a terrible liar, especially when it comes to playing dead.
Oh yeah.
Cause what?
Oh yeah, you just get zapped.
No, not that. The fake death.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
It, I mean, I get it. It was supposed to be funny, but come on, man.
He didn't even try.
And then you were talking about the shocking thing. Yes, they're both tied up to electricity somehow. This is one part right after Larry gets off the phone, right after when his family escapes, and he gets shocked immediately after.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, why? For what? Why did you just shock him there?
because movies are stupid.
Uh, and then also, Carrie Elways actually did cut his foot while filming that scene.
Did he actually?
Even though it's a prop, yes, did it so intensely he did cut himself.
Damn.
So good method acting, dude, but pull it back a little.
Honestly, yeah. Get it together, bro.
No, but there's one scene that I still think is really cool, and it's when Adam's going around his place with the Flash.
Oh yeah.
Just that
See, it's weird that you said the Flash.
silent.
He kind of reminds me of Ezra Miller.
I don't think he would enjoy that comparison these days.
No, probably not.
No, but that scene is cool though. Just like the silence cut by the click and then the sound of it charging back up. It's a good way to build tension. And that is actually one of the only jump scares in the entire series, and I think it's done well.
Oh, when Pighead jumps out of the closet like that, yeah.
Yeah, this series isn't really big on jump scares, like cheap jump scares. But the thing is, that wasn't a cheap jump scare. That was a legit, well done. If you're gonna jump scare, that's how you do it.
Yeah, it was a good one. Because I'm not big on jump scares in general. I'm like, okay,
because it's just a cheap like you bastard. But that one's like that is how you set up and pay off a jump scare.
Because you're right. A lot of jump scares are just like, oh, fuck you.
And a lot of them are fake. Like, dude, I was talking about when we talked about Alien, there were like 3 or 4 jump scares with the cat, all of which are nothing.
I think it was only 2, but
Point is, there's more than 0 jump scares with the cat.
Yeah, there are.
And there is definitely more than 1.
What?
That is
You're
and then
dumb.
thank you. The last thing I want to mention with this movie is the theme. Wow, that was a reaction. The theme song for this movie is fantastic.
Was it? I don't remember it.
It's often used as the twist theme. I think it's also at the beginning. I can't remember though.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. I'll probably hear it more as the series goes on.
Yeah, you just watch them annually, just like they came out.
That's the plan. Yeah. So I'm probably not even going to think, let me watch Saw 2 until you make me watch it next year.
I'd probably get to it sometime before that.
Well, all right then. The point is, I'll watch it when you say it's time to watch it.
Sounds good.
But this is shockingly not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting me to hate this.
You really have got to stop going into movies expecting to hate them.
Well, I don't usually like overly gory movies like that. It's just not my thing. But this one's not like that.
Well, we'll see what they do when they get a bigger budget.
Yeah, we will. But until then, all right. Do we want to do a video game or do we want to do another movie?
It depends. Is the video game Dead Space?
As a matter of fact, it is Dead Space.
Which one?
First one.
like the original.
Oh yeah, we can't do
Not
the remake.
what we can. They're functionally identical.
What we could, but we shouldn't. Because we got to talk about the original first before we talk about the remake.
I feel like it would honestly be pointless to talk about both of them.
We're talking about Dead Space next time, everybody. Take your pick. Which one? They're essentially the same story.
They are honestly. If I were to play, the only difference is that Isaac talks in the new one.
We could talk about the differences as we review it.
That's the only major one.
Oh, there are a couple things in the story that are slightly different,
but not major enough to affect like what you're going to say about it.
Correct. So Dead Space. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and we'll see you next time. Take care.